And welcome back, YouTube. This is BoosterBoxBuster here with another video. Today I'm going to start a brand new series on this channel entitled Why Did I Buy That? Now, I believe that most of us in the past have made regretful purchases. I know I've made my fair share. And the point of this series is to explain exactly why I made these purchases in the first place. Today's video will be tackling my unlicensed video game collection for the NES and SNES. Now please keep in mind I don't own a ton of them, but I do own a lot more than I should. And to kick things off, I'm going to share with you my current collection. Quattro Sports. Not a very good game. I don't know why I have this. Silent Assault. Not a very good game, and I can't even get the game to work properly. It keeps glitching horribly on both the NESs that I have. So I don't know if it's just a bad copy I have, or if this game just really has a hard time running. Puzzle. Oh god, this game was not good. It's a sliding puzzle game, and you are timed. If you run out of time, you lose. You're done. You have to restart from the beginning of the game, and that sucks. Plus, the game glitches as well, so if you have a puzzle game that glitches out sometimes, that is not the best combination. This is probably one of the better unlicensed games I own, and that's Crystal Mines. Not terrible puzzle-like game, but there's many better puzzle games out there. And this is by far the best unlicensed game that I own. Super Noah's Ark 3D for the Super Nintendo. I had to negotiate heavily to get this, but at the end of the day I was able to obtain it for a fairly reasonable price. And honestly, this is the one that I regret least owning out of my current unlicensed video game collection. But the two that I regret the most by far, because these cost me a ton of money each, and I absolutely regret it to this day, is King Neptune's Adventure, which I paid way too much money for. The box is in excellent condition, but the game itself is garbage. By all means, garbage. Just because it's rare does not mean it's good. And the Bible game, Sunday Fun Day, with the first karaoke game on the NES. Oh, that was at least released in the USA. That was not good at all. I regret Sunday Fun Day so much, because both of these games cost quite a bit of coin back when I bought them, before I started this YouTube channel, by the way. So yeah, that gives you an idea of how long ago I bought these, and just how much money they were going for back then. Yeah, I regret these two a lot because they cost a lot of money. I could have easily bought multiple different other things with the amount of money that these two cost alone. I probably could have, let's see, back then I probably could have bought a box of Gym Heroes or Gym Challenge from Pokemon for the price of these two games, sealed. I could have bought, actually back then, I probably could have, yeah, I could have easily bought one of those two boxes. That gives you an idea of how much these two cost. So yes. My unlicensed video game collection, like I said, it's not very big, but there's a story as to why I was buying these games. And here's the why did I buy it part. So, the reasons I bought these is way back in the day I was a huge AVGN fan. And he was kind of the spark for my love for video games, retro video games, I should say. Because before that, I wasn't so much into retro video games. I really liked the SNES, but that was about it. And then AVGN came along, and I really, really loved NES games after that, as I think a lot of people did. And I got the idea in my head that I'm like, you know what? One day I'm going to start a YouTube channel, or maybe my own website. And I want to be the guy that plays all the unlicensed games. I want to review each one, and I want to just absolutely take the biggest dump I can on these video games. Like, I just want to rip them to shreds. Like, I want to say that this game sucks, this game sucks, this game sucks. And I was gonna go out of my way to buy every single one that I could. Like, I was starting my collection small, and then I was looking for an iconic game to add to it, and I'll get to that in a little bit here. But Sunday Fun Day, I was like, that's a classic one. I could rip that one to shreds. Neptune's Adventure, the fake contest that it had with it that apparently no one ever won. I was like, I could rip that game to shreds. I was like, these games are going to be stars on my channel. And yeah, I wanted to be the guy who played unlicensed video games released back in the day. I was going to try to track down all the Sanchan games. I was going to try to track down Tinjin. But I was going to try to track down every unlicensed game that I could. And let me tell you, I'm very, very glad that I decided not to, because that would have been not only a huge money sink, but probably a wasted online presence, because I don't think anybody would have really watched those. I mean, I had a friend who was going to, that I was going to ask if he could do the editing for it, and, you know, I was going to pay him, obviously, but, you know, I was going to try to get it at a discount. I mean, I was doing all the shady stuff that I could think of back then. And, yeah, I'm very glad that I didn't go that route, because that could have definitely ruined me, both financially and online credibility. I essentially wanted to be the next AVGN for exclusively unlicensed games. Just look at it that way. I wanted to be AVGN for unlicensed games. And I'm going to talk about how it almost ruined me financially at one point in time. So I was in negotiations with someone on eBay to get Action 52. We were about $75 apart. He would not budge, I would not budge. I was about to budge, with money that I really didn't have to spare at the time, go to my bank account and basically dip into my savings to be able to afford Action 52. And then I put a halt on it. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Action 52 is not going to be worth it. I'm not going to gain that much money that quickly off of ad revenue of a non-existing channel at that time that I was planning for the future. Because honestly, at that time, my channel probably, you know, if it would have taken off, awesome. If it wouldn't have, then I would have literally been sunk into an copy of Action 52 with the box and manual, by the way. With box and manual. It was really good condition. And the guy, I'm thankful the guy did not budge, because that money I really didn't have to spare at that time. And I'm really happy that he did not budge on that. So I kind of lucked out there. And then there was another time previous to that, even before that, where I was bidding on, I can't remember if it was Bubble Bath Babes or Peekaboo Poker. But I wanted a staple game. I was like, okay, I want this game in my collection. This is going to be a staple game. I'm going to review it, I'm going to rip it to shreds, and it's going to be a star on my channel. And I thought to myself, yes, this is totally worth the purchase. I had the high bid at the time. It was overtaken. But Yeah, just to give you an idea, it was going to cost more at that time than Action 52. Now, that was before I bought these two games, so I had a little bit of extra money to spare for entertainment at that time. And I was going to plop down, I kid you not, close to $700 for a copy of one of those games. Thankfully, someone ended up outbidding me, or else I would own a copy of one of those two games. That would have cost me around $700, and I would be stuck with it to this day without my YouTube, without that perceived YouTube channel that I was going to make, being the next AVGN of unlicensed games. I don't know why I was so dead set focused on that, but I was at that time. It was a different time, I was much younger, and I was like, yes, this is going to be my future. I'm going to become the next AVGN, I'm going to become the next Screw Attack, I'm going to become the next Nostalgia Critic, but for this particular subcategory. You know, boy, how times change a person. I'm so glad I did not plop down that money, or else things would probably be much different today. But yeah, Action 52 and Bubble Bath Babes, or was it Peekaboo Poker? I can't. It was one of those two. Could have put me in a little bit of financial strap at that time. The guy actually messaged me later for Action 52, and came down $50, so we were $25 apart. That was after I made my decision that I'm not going to buy the game, and I was like, sorry, I decided not to buy this. And he was actually really trying to pressure me into it, because I don't know if he just really needed the money, or if he's just trying to offload it. If he just was like, hey, trying to make quick money. But yeah, I did not end up being the buyer for Action 52. But yeah, that was, I was just going after one of them because I wanted a staple for my collection, a staple for my non-existent YouTube channel or self-made channel at that time. And yeah, I'm glad I didn't, because I never followed through on that prospect. Now you may be like, well, why do I keep these games to this day? Well, Silent Assault I keep because I don't want to give somebody a faulty game. The other ones I keep as a monument to my mistakes in the past, to make sure that I hopefully will not repeat the same mistakes as going after an unlicensed collection like that. It's fine to collect, but make sure, all I can say is, make sure you are going to enjoy the games that you are trying to go after. Don't just go after games that are because they're rare, or because it may look good in a collection, or because you just want it for completionist's sake. Go after it because you want to play the game and you want to have fun with the game. That's all I could say. But yeah, that's the reason why I bought those games. Why did I buy that? Because I wanted to start a YouTube channel and become the AVGN of unlicensed games. And why I kept it to this day, to make sure that to keep it as a reminder that I hopefully will not make the same mistake again. Although, I am still happy with this because I got this at a good deal. And honestly, it's Wolfenstein 3D with a Bible theme to it, and honestly, that's pretty funny. That's pretty memey. The other ones were just bleh. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know in the comments down below if you've ever made purchases that you regret, and why you bought them at the time. And until next time... Oh, before I leave, I do want to say, make sure to hit that comment, make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment if you want to, and smash the heck out of that like button. Until next time, this has been Booster Box Buster, and I'm signing out. Peace.